Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Dailies. Today, I want to talk about something we all need, especially when life gets tough: patience. It's a quality that's easy to overlook, but in my experience, it's one of the most powerful tools we have. This isn't just a lecture, it's a story from my own life, a time when everything felt like it was falling apart, and how learning to be patient literally saved me. If you're going through a hard time right now, feeling lost or impatient for things to change, I hope my story gives you a new perspective and a little bit of hope. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how you can turn patience into your very own superpower. My name is Mark, and a few years ago, I hit rock bottom. It wasn't one single event, but a domino effect of misfortunes that left me feeling completely broken. It started when I unexpectedly lost my job. The company was downsizing, and my position was eliminated. Just like that, the career I had spent years building vanished overnight. The financial pressure was immediate and immense. I had bills to pay, a family to support, and suddenly my primary source of income was gone. The shock was followed by a wave of panic. I spent my days frantically searching for new jobs, sending out dozens of resumes, but the replies were slow to come. Or worse, didn't come at all. This constant rejection started to eat away at my confidence. I began to doubt my skills, my experience, everything. The stress from my unemployment started to bleed into my personal life. My relationship with my partner became strained. We were arguing more, mostly about money and the uncertainty of our future. The man she had known confident and optimistic was replaced by someone who was irritable, anxious, and filled with self-pity. We were drifting apart, and the connection we once shared felt like it was fraying at the edges. I felt like I was failing not just myself, but the people I loved most. Every day was a battle. I'd wake up with a heavy feeling in my chest, a sense of dread about the day ahead. The world seemed to be moving on without me, while I was stuck in this pit of despair. I was desperate for a quick fix, a miracle that would instantly solve all my problems. I wanted a new job immediately. I wanted my relationship to go back to the way it was. I was angry at the world, at my former employer, and most of all, at myself. I was the definition of impatient. I couldn't stand the waiting, the not knowing. This desperation made me act impulsively, making poor decisions in interviews and pushing my partner further away with my neediness. I was trapped in a vicious cycle of anxiety and frustration, and I honestly felt like giving up. It was during one of these particularly dark days that a memory surfaced, a piece of wisdom from my grandfather. He was a calm and thoughtful man, a gardener who understood the rhythms of nature. I remembered sitting with him in his garden as a child, impatiently waiting for the seeds we planted to sprout. He would smile and say, "Mark, patience is not about waiting, but how we behave while we are waiting." At the time, I didn't fully grasp what he meant. But now, in the depths of my struggle, his words echoed in my mind with profound clarity. Patience wasn't passive. It wasn't about doing nothing. It was an active state of being. It was about your attitude, your mindset, your actions during the wait. That simple idea was a lifeline. It shifted my entire perspective. Instead of fighting against the current, I decided to work with it. I made a conscious choice to stop frantically searching for immediate solutions and start practicing active patience. The first step was simple, yet incredibly difficult. I learned to breathe. Whenever I felt that familiar surge of panic or frustration, I would stop, close my eyes, and take several deep, slow breaths. This small act grounded me, pulling me out of my spiraling thoughts and back into the present moment. It didn't solve my problems, but it gave me the mental space to face them without being overwhelmed. With this newfound sense of calm, I began to focus only on what I could actually control. I couldn't control when a company would call me back, and I couldn't force my relationship to magically heal. But I could control my daily actions, so I created a new routine. Instead of spending all day desperately scrolling through job sites, I dedicated a few focused hours to my job search each morning. I tailored each application carefully, researching the companies and personalizing my cover letters. The rest of the day, I decided to invest in myself. I started using my free time to learn new skills. I took online courses related to my field, updated my technical knowledge, and even started learning a new language. This wasn't just about making my resume look better, it was about rebuilding my confidence. With each new skill I acquired, I felt a piece of my old self returning. I was no longer just a victim of my circumstances. I was actively improving myself. I also applied this principle of active patience to my relationship. Instead of demanding reassurance or picking fights out of frustration, I started to listen more. I focused on being present with my partner, on understanding her fears and her stress, not just my own. We started taking long walks, talking about things other than my job search. We rediscovered our shared hobbies. It was slow, and it wasn't always easy, but by focusing on small, positive actions, making her coffee in the morning, genuinely asking about her day, we began to rebuild the trust and intimacy we had lost. I learned that a strong relationship isn't built on grand gestures during good times, but on quiet support and understanding during the hard times. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, things started to change. The world didn't magically transform overnight, but my world did. My new routine gave me a sense of purpose. The skills I was learning made me a more attractive candidate. My interviews started going better because I was no longer projecting desperation, but quiet confidence. My improved relationship gave me the emotional stability I needed to keep going. I was no longer just waiting for something good to happen. I was actively creating the conditions for good things to happen. After a few months of this consistent, patient effort, I received a job offer. It wasn't just any job. It was a better position than the one I had lost, with more responsibility and opportunities for growth. It was a direct result of the new skills I had acquired during my time off. And my relationship? It was stronger than ever. We had navigated a storm together and come out on the other side with a deeper appreciation for each other. The toughest period of my life had become a period of incredible personal growth. I emerged from it not just with a new job, but as a more resilient, more thoughtful, and more capable person. Looking back, I realized that the hardship was a gift in disguise. It forced me to stop, to reevaluate, and to learn one of life's most valuable lessons. Patience isn't about weakness or inaction. It's about having the strength to trust the process, even when you can't see the end. It's about maintaining your composure and continuing to lay the groundwork, brick by brick, even in the middle of a storm. It's the quiet, internal work you do while you wait for the external world to catch up. Today, I genuinely believe that patience is my superpower. It's a skill I continue to cultivate every single day. It helps me in my career when projects face delays, it helps me as a partner when we face disagreements, and it helps me as a person when life throws its inevitable curveballs. It allows me to stay calm in the chaos and make wise decisions instead of reactive ones. So, if you are facing a difficult time right now, I want you to remember this. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay to feel frustrated, scared, or impatient. But don't let those feelings control you. Instead, try to practice active patience. Take a deep breath. Focus on what you can control, no matter how small it seems. Use this time not just to wait, but to grow. Learn something new. Reconnect with a loved one. Take care of your mental and physical health. Trust that your efforts are planting seeds, even if you can't see them sprouting yet. The storm will pass, and when it does, you will not only have survived, but you will have emerged stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. The darkest nights often lead to the brightest dawns. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope it has inspired you in some way. If it resonated with you, please consider subscribing to English Tailies for more motivational stories that can help you build resilience, patience, and inner strength. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future videos. Share your own stories about patience in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Until next time, stay strong and be patient with your journey.